G'day dear friends, welcome to Xrissart. My name is Chrissy, thank you for joining me today. Okay, so what can I say? Part 4. It's part 4 and it's taken quite a long time for me to feel comfortable to move on with my baker's face, and I've just noticed that this is a little bit too high, so I'm going to change the highlight there. That's okay. Pastels, they're forgiving. The best thing about them. Alright, so I just wanted to recap what I've been doing. This is Pastelmat 30 by 40 centimeters. I'm using anthracite. And this reference is from Pixabay. It's probably it was pointed out to me it's probably not my style of themes, and that is correct. But I could not go past this reference and not give it a go. I'm really happy with it. Of which I have actually put the link in the description box below for those who are not on Share Your Art with Xrissart, which I will talk to you. Like I always, every week, I always talk about our Facebook group and Patreon. So for those who are not into any of that, I have put the link in the description box below where you can get it. Okay, hi Cherry, hello. Hi Rob, how are you? You're early today. See, you got to the TV before your hubby did, I reckon. This is why. Anyway. Just saying, okay. Or maybe he's not watching, I don't know. I shouldn't assume. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead with this. Now, I have been looking at my reference for a while, and what I'll do is I'll put the reference up just so you can see. I think he is just absolutely divine. I love the composition. I love the position. I love his look. I love the way he's looking down. You can see that he's very busy. And in the reference, there is what looks like he's in a room, like in a building. I've decided to not do that. And this is the thing, you see, you have artistic license. You can do whatever you like. There is no right or wrong. There's that. Also, yes, so I'm looking at the shadows, and I wanted to make a decision about what color I'm going to use for the shadows. If you look at the reference closely, you know, they're all very neutral, and for example, what I'm trying to say is where the creases and what colours I'm going to apply. In my mind, I'm actually going to go for the violet extra dark. Where are you? There you are. The violet extra dark, and probably, maybe, most definitely some of the neutrals. But mostly I think I will use the violet, simply because I've used it in the background. And I think, you know, it makes for an interesting composition, I think, colour-wise and stuff like that. G'day, Deb. Hello, Nuria. Hello. Laramie. Hello, you made it. You always pop in at the end, like just as I'm closing off. So I'm so glad you're here, mate. Rob says, yeah, he's out teaching a horse riding lesson. Oh, okay. I've got you all to myself. No making fun of us while watching you this morning. I can imagine. Funny. Oh, yes. Miss Chrissy, have a chat. Does she ever stop talking? Well, it's a live stream and it's a hangout and we're getting together. Angie, hello. Nice to see you here, my darling. All right. Get with the program, Chrissy. Stop fussing around. Jeepers creepers. All right. So, okay. I'm also going to be using different pastels. Like I'm using pans at the moment, but I'll also be using pastel pencils. I'm going to be using soft pastels as well. So let's see how that goes. Trying to change it up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring him closer to me. Yep. And I'm going to start on his hat. I think that's a good way to go, and then come down. Okay, so this gives me an opportunity. I'm going to talk about a few things. Some things I talk about every week, so I'll get all of the business out of the way. Hi MD, hello. Okay, yeah, I finally got the notification on time. I blame YouTube. Yes, all right, that's okay. Still love you though. All right. Okay, I'll get the business stuff out of the way. For any of those who are interested, I do have a Patreon channel, and we do some really interesting, projects, and of course they're all real time, and I would call it. Look, I'm not going to call them tutorials, but you know, you can, of course. I'm not going to call them tutorials. What I'm going to call them is, they're more or less, they are painting get-togethers for sure. And I'm not going to call them art lessons. What I'm going to call them is confidence boosters. That's what I think it is. Because I'm trying to articulate the right word, and it's not coming out the way it's in my head. Normal stuff. I'm trying to do a few things at the same time. You know, I teach. No, I don't teach. I encourage and help you with finding confidence. So what it is, we learn tips and tricks on how to do a specific something, for example, but it's always in a project, so you've got something to show for it. Sometimes you will feel that, you know, you've done a mess of it. That doesn't matter. What matters is that you're having a go, and you're working on something, and you know, you've got to work on things over and over again to finally find your groove. Okay, this is where it's at. I think Patreon with Chrissy, finding your groove. And I think hopefully, Cherry, you might be able to, and Nuria, who are patrons here, hopefully, you know, you can maybe elaborate on that. I'm not very good at, how can I say, apart from talking the way I do, but I'm not very good at marketing myself. It's something that I've got to work on. It's always been a problem. So, but anyway. All right. Now, so what I'm doing here is I'm trying to figure out some shadows and how I like them to be. And the mix between the violet extra dark and this neutral. Now, there's a few neutrals with the pans. This one is the 820.2, okay? 820.2 neutral grey, can't say, neutral grey shade. Okay, so, because there's a few of those, and I'm just trying to figure out what my shadows will look like. I like the mixture between those two, and that's how these pans work, mixing. You know, this is probably, for me, it is like the best thing out. You know, it gives me so much freedom, so much freedom. Okay, so yes, Patreon is more or less giving you confidence and doing interesting projects while we're going. And of course now Facebook, we've got Share Your Art with Xrissart, which is a Facebook group. This is a Facebook group that pretty much continues the conversation from the live stream, because we've chatted about things. We've chatted about things during the live stream, and where we talk about our projects, and where we're able to show our projects and talk about our projects and share our projects. Share Your Art with Xrissart is also a Facebook group where it's actually quite a lovely group, very welcoming, very warm. No real rules as far as, you know, no rules except for, you know, being nice to each other, and no politics or anything like that. You know, trying to keep it clean if we can. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. And so every month we do some inspirations. We call them, I call them inspirations. Of course, I'm going to call it something that, you know, different, but they are references, of course. But I call them inspirations because what it is, they are there for you to, if you're having a bit of a slump and you don't know what to paint, you know, paint one of these things. Use any medium, and you can chop and change and do anything you like with it. All of these images are royalty free and can be used, so you don't have to worry about using them. So that's that, and that's pretty much it. And so every month, you know, I put these up, and I rarely ever do any of these. Not because I don't want to, I want to, but I've got so much going on in the background that I don't get a chance to do these. So I thought, okay, I'm going to do one. Well, I did one, and this is my second one. I do these every month, so yeah. Okay. Oh, Cherry says encouragement. There we go. Skills and encouragement. There you go. That's what it is. Yes. So this is what, and I would say the projects, the projects are probably on the intermediate, on the intermediate side. They're not, I mean, I have done beginner, and I can do beginner projects. It's when you ask me to do something, and of course, you know, we have, there are people, you know, I always say, look, is there anything that you'd like me to do? Is there anything that you'd like me, or a project that you'd like? And it's usually, you know, I usually ask the patrons and they come up with things. And if they don't come up with things, I have things ready to go. So probably mainly on the surreal side. So if you're into projects that are maybe on the surreal, mainly on the surreal. So currently we're doing a project side by side with watercolor and pastel. Interesting application, that. Yeah. All right. First of all, seeing as I've got you here as well, I just wanted to say regarding our group project, I just wanted to say for all of those who participated, thank you so much. Yet another lovely project that we've done. You know, it's always an interesting. It's always an interesting thing, because I'll tell you why. Because then I get people saying, "Oh, this is a bit hard," or "Not sure if I can do this bit." And sure enough, they come and they present these really fantastic little piece, and I'm thinking, tisk tisk, you all do so well. So I just wanted to say thank you all for those participating. That the image is featured on Share Your Art with Xrissart. So for all of those who are curious as to how it looks and stuff like that, head on over there, and I'm going to do it in two parts, because the featured bit only shows like the bottom bit, and there are people that have done bits on the top. So in a little while, in the next maybe few days, I'm going to change the position of the image. You'll know what I mean when I'm saying that. So yeah. All right, I hope, the group project, look great, really. Oh, I saw little hearts just flutter. Oh, wow. This must be new with YouTube. I've never seen this before. Oh, I don't know what happens there. All right, so I'm going to go neutral grey, extra dark. I want that here, right in this very bit here. Now, there's been a few people that have tackled this month's, hang on, not this month's, last month's project. Oh my gosh, I've just drawn a blank. Yeah, oh, yeah, last month's project, and did so well. Angie did it, and Cherry has done it. Let me think. I can't think of who else. Who else did? Did Rob do it? I can't remember. Oh my gosh, I don't want to miss out. Yeah, no. That was last month's. Yeah. So. You know, all just do a fantastic job. So pleased. Yes. Oh, and Nuria did. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Well, you know, when we're talking about the inspiration, but in the group painting, yes. The group painting, yes, you did, Nuria. Very nice too. It's all lovely. I'm so lucky. You guys are so good. So good. Now, of course, the way I'm painting this is a very slow process. And, of course, I am doing A3, so it's not she's not little. Well, she's not big either, but the way I'm painting, it's sort of like painting with coloured pencil. This is how slow it is, yeah. Hi, Lisa. Hello. Welcome. Okay, Angie says, yeah, you get my mojo going with the surreal images. Oh, wonderful. See, this is what we're here for. We're here for inspiring. That's what it's all about. Yes. Now, this project, if I can, this has so many creases, so many little points that if you don't do them right, it's not going to come across very well. For example, like the creases and stuff like that, and that is a biggie, because he's all about the uniform here and about the look, and if you don't get that right, it's not going to look very nice. Okay. Oh, you're still working on the eye? Oh, yes. Oh, see, that's what I mean. There are so many. And we've got a few people in the Facebook group that are doing that eye, and they're changing it a little bit, which is nice. Now, if you can hear that tapping, tap, that's my dogs tapping on my glass door because they want to come in. Nope. They want to come in. I'm going to ignore them, because what they come in and they make a lot of noise. Hello, Chandri. And yes, Chandri, we were just talking about the group project and thanking everyone for participating. So thank you so much as well. Yes. Yeah. Oh, you heard it? Yep. Okay. Yeah. So, I just wanted to see how everyone also is, how everyone is going. Hope you're all going well or doing well. There are so many projects that I have in my head to do, and I can't do any of them just yet because, well, I just can't, because I've got to finish all the other ones that I've got. Do you ever get like that in your head? Hang on. Now I've got my reference. On my computer screen, so I'm just going to zoom right in and just look at his head. Sorry, his hat, his chef's hat. Oh, thank you for organising another beautiful group. Yes, you know what? How many is that? I think we've been doing these group paintings for must be about 4 years now. got to be. It's got to be about 4 years. Every year. Has to be. Okay, this is where I'm going to pull out my little brush, because it's got to be 4 years, isn't it? And I believe Chandri, I can't think who else has been doing them from day dot. I think Chandri here in this chat here has been doing them from day dot. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, pretty sure. Hi Jill, all the time. Too many ideas, not enough time. Oh yes, that's one of my famous words, not famous words, but some of the words that I use a lot is too much art, too little time. That is one of my little sayings that I say. Yes. Oh yeah. You know what? I think what is day dot? Oh, okay. That's an Australian term. Day one, exactly. Oh gosh. Okay, so far every single one. Yes, Chandri, I know. Yeah, day dot. I know. Oh my gosh, I forget I'm talking Australian sometimes. Oh dear. Yes. Yeah. Ooh, I think I've missed Abigail, hello. Yeah, I've done 2 of them. Okay. You've done 2 of them, Rob? Yes. Abigail also. Oh, hello, Abigail. We were just talking about the group painting, so I just wanted to say a personal thank you to you. And we were just talking about how long we've been doing these group paintings, and I was just trying to having a look in the chat who's been doing it from day dot, and you're one of them as well. 4 years, wow. Wow. Yes, and now I know that a few of you have been doing more. Hi Janice, newbie here. Hello. What type of brushes are you using? Okay, very good question. And I will tell you, the brush that I'm using right at this very moment, it's an 1/8 of an inch. It's art based. Well, this is what they're called, but I'll explain in a minute. This one is an 1/8 of an inch. The brand is Art Basics 126 Taklon, and it is maybe a synthetic watercolor brush. But it is an angular brush. But if you see the point, see that? I've modified it to do what I want. And how I've modified it, and I've done this many times, is I've used a nail cutter. Now, these are not for my nails, okay? These are for my brushes. And the reason why I use a nail cutter is that when I modify my brushes, it is a clean snap. You can use scissors. I use scissors as well. So I've modified this brush. So that is one of the brushes that I'm using. I'm using some makeup brushes, synthetic makeup brushes. I use all kinds. I use this is a Royal and Langnickel number 2 Zen, and it's all about the bristles and it's all about the snap. That's what it is. Okay, it's all about so you can pick up any kind of bristle brush so long as it has that snap. You know, if I can put it next to the microphone, hang on. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a snap. Okay, so that is the most important. So it doesn't really matter. If whatever old brushes you have. I mean, I've modified, this is an oil painting brush. Look at this. It's a 95, it's a 0 Neef, bright, stiff synthetic, and it is like an oil, for an oil painting brush. Now, I've got this, and I've chopped it there, and I've put tape on it, so I know it's for pastel. So it's for my brain. And I would modify this. So this is what I'm saying. Here's another one that I've modified. This is an oil painting brush, like an old cheapy thing. And look at this. I've chopped this up, and I have used this many times. I have created a lot of effects with this brush. And some of the times there are some people here who have seen me modify these brushes on camera. And I remember this one. In fact, I think this one was a fan brush, and I think Chandri was present when I was modifying this brush. Now, we're going back a couple of years with this one, okay? So, you know, there's no right or wrong. There's no magic brush or anything like that. It's all about getting the technique. So that was a very long answer to a very short question. Okay. Rob says, Day Dot, yeah, that's funny. You don't think about how people from other countries don't understand. I wouldn't have thought people would know that. Okay, there you go. Okay, this was my first group painting. Yay, Angie. Hopefully many more to come. Okay, I was intrigued, nervous and delighted. Wonderful. I'm so glad you participated. Okay, we've made 4. The seahorse, the jellyfish, the last one, and one more which I can't remember. Yes, there was one where there were elephants, there were pyramids, there was a woman who had a scarf, and it was actually quite a long one. That's the one that you're thinking of. That one there was, and sometimes I think we had like about 20 something people in that one. That one was a biggie too. There was been a few biggies. This one that just passed was not very many people were in this one, because I wanted to keep it tight with this one. So but yes, no, we all had a good time. All had a good time. Yeah. Oh, Marcy, hello. Have you moved? Finally settled in? Yes, I remember. You've moved. I hope everything is going well for you, my dear. See, with this brush, you could say, geez, Chrissy, you know, why are you using a brush? Couldn't you use a pastel pencil? Of course I can use a pastel pencil, but I choose not to, because for me, the way I paint, I like to protect my the tooth of the paper, and by using the bristle brush, I do that. And of course, eventually, you'll see I've got lots of pastel pencils right next to me here. They're all in front of me. And I just want to protect the tooth. So by doing that, I and plus I'm taking my time. Is there any rush? No. Do I want to finish it quickly? Yes. But I'm not going to rush. Patience is something that I've always, struggled with, and it's something that you need. Okay, I definitely need, if you're painting things like this, you know, definitely. Now, this is not going to make any sense whatsoever, but in fact, you know what, anthracite is actually helping me get these creases already. You can see it with this colour. I think I've done a really good choice as to what colour Pastelmat to use. Although I cover everything. Do you know what I mean? I cover everything. I don't leave anything. No Pastelmat unturned. No Pastelmat unturned. But it helps in the painting process. So this is what I'm doing now. Helping myself with the painting process. Yeah. Okay, Rob says, Chrissy, Maybe you could photograph the brushes you use and what they were originally. Maybe make a video of the effects and why they chop the brushes the way you do for the for the effects. Oh, I think I like that. Yes, might do that actually. I think it's a damn good idea. I like that one. And oh, by the way, Rob, you did ask me for a high resolution photo of the group painting, and I'll get that to you. I do have a high, and because I know that you mentioned that you're trying to sort out your art space, and you'd like to put that up. So for anyone who wants a high resolution photo as well, let me know, and I'll email it to you. Up to you. But yes, I shall do that. I just haven't had a chance, that's all. Okay, you must make a mix YouTube about what you've done with, the paintings. Oh yeah, I can do that too. Yes, I can. I usually do a YouTube video. I didn't do a YouTube video because I really needed to upload it very quickly. And, but yes, I shall do that as well. So much to do. That's what I mean. So much to do. So little time. Hey? Definite. Yesums. Oh, okay, Marcy. Yesums. And it's lovely. Oh, good. So in Oregon, what type of weather is Oregon? I hope I'm pronouncing that. Oregon. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. What type of weather is there? I mean, I know generally in the Northern Hemisphere there is summer. Lucky people. It's, like 11 degrees right now here for me. And I'm freezing my you-know-what's off. Okay, so I won't say it because I'm going to get into trouble from YouTube. Yeah. So, okay. Are you suffering? Oh, okay. Heat wave. Feels like 41 here, and it's 7:30 p.m. Wow, it hasn't even cooled down. Oh, Janice, you poor thing. Because I know how you love the cold. Yes, I know. There's this bit here. See, I'm very, very careful. These creases, in order for me to be successful with this, I've got to be aware of my creases. And all of these are, and I'm mapping out the highlights really. I'm probably doing it, ask about face, but this will just give me a very good indication as to where my highlights are. And the brightest is right about here. Mind you, this is not white. It may look like white to you, but it's not. This is neutral grey tint. This is white. Look at the difference. And I'm leaving my whites till very last. Oh, Janice is so humid. Oh, wow. Okay, 100 degrees in New Orleans. Okay. Havagar says the Netherlands is also hot. What's Angie? What's chachas? Chachas? What is that? Oh, what is that? Is that okay. All right. Okay, Marcy says right now it's low 90s Fahrenheit, but I love it. I love that we are 2 hours from Cannon Beach and only 45 minutes from Mount Hood National Park. Wow. Wow. What did I pick up? Make sure I picked up the right thing. Okay, what is this bit here? This bit here sort of goes up there. So Cherry, how did you go? How did you go with your creases? Because yours is outstanding, by the way, I've got to say. And for any of those who haven't seen it, honestly, Cherry's the baker, like the quotation marks, the baker, really, really awesome. Really awesome. But I was just wondering, how did you approach your creases in the fabric? Okay. Rob says, yeah, I have never used my greys in the pan, so this is interesting. You read my mind. Wondering if it was white. I always do that because, and especially when I'm comparing the tints, I mean, check this out. You know, this is the raw umber tint, and in my eyes, this is like a warm off-white, you know, and there is titanium, because this one in my left hand is titanium white. So look at this. Then when you put the grey tint against the raw umber tint, look how much warmer that is to that. I mean, I've used a lot. So this is just goes to show how much I use the pans. But I've had this for a very long time and I do a lot of work with pans. But just so you can see, warm, okay? It's sort of warm, yeah. It's interesting. And then when you put them together, look how different they are. Bang, bang, bang. So, yeah, so I've always got that in my mind when I'm using highlights and stuff like that. So, interesting. And because everyone does things differently, you know, I'm not saying that this is the right way to do anything, and I'm not saying it's the wrong way. All I'm saying is the way I'm doing it. Okay. Marcy says there is an art walk we're going to at once I get my wheelchair. Oh, Marcy, you all right? Oh. Cherry says, I did the same as you and put the lights in first. Yeah, the summer is angry today. Wow. You're into Allerton. Oh my gosh. You're into Allerton. Oh, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Angie says, yeah, the colour mixer is very close to white and raw umber tint. Yeah. And of course, I've also got my little colour wheel, and I've always got it next to me. When I'm talking about something, it helps. This is a tool which I refer to a lot when I'm talking about things. And some people are not quite sure how to use something like this. But for example, and I'm sure this is very universal, this particular colour wheel. I don't even know where it's made. Interesting. I'll have a look. But anyway, to cut a long story short, there are two wheels. So one has got the primary colours, look at that, white and black and grayscale, because we're talking about values here. But these ones, the red, the yellow, the blue, the white and the black, are probably the most important. So for example, if you're not sure how to mix colours, I'm not saying for this group here, but in general, if someone is picking this up from, has stumbled on me and wondered what am I doing. So say for example, look at this, green and, I flicked the red in front of the green and it gives you the colour of what to expect. So this one is a brown. So now we go to the blue-green. So if you get a bit of blue, a bit of green and a bit of red, it's going to give you some kind of violet. Well, probably more of a mauve than anything else. And then this is where it gives you the a mauve, and that's a deep purple. Look at that, blue and red, of course we know makes purple. And this is a blue violet. Can you see? So this is how you use the tool. And a yellow, there we go, yellow and violet. Well, you know, violet is made up of a couple of colours with the yellow, and you get like a an olive khaki colour. You know, things like that. So this is a really good tool to have by your side. You know, you'd be surprised at what colours you can make. You know, here we go, yellow orange, and it gives you, it's almost like an emerald green. Look, I don't know if it's an emerald green, but it looks very emerald to me. But oh, that looks probably more emerald, a much more vibrant. So this is how you use this tool. So I've got this when we're colour mixing and stuff like that. So, and then, you know, then you've got your values here as well, so, which is really cool. And yeah, they're your values here on the side. So when you're up against something, you know, there we go, value number 3, darker or lighter, it's in between those. No, it's value number 2. The this is neutral grey. Now there's a few of these, right? So it's 820.2, and we're looking on this particular colour wheel, we're looking at value 2. Value 1 is black. So yeah, but anyway, a very good tool. I would and this is a little one. You can get really big ones too, but a little one is fine. Okay. Hang on. There we go. Let me see. Yeah, the colour mixer is very close. Oh, no, we've read that. Cherry says, yeah, I used the colour wheel today. Wondered about the new inspiration where there are orange clouds on a bluish sky. Think I've worked out how to do it now. Oh, fantastic. Oh, that's so good. Hi, Robin. Rain Robin. Welcome. Okay, yeah, is it red or is it magenta? Yeah, well, here we go. See, now you're going to be... See, would this be magenta? But it's not really magenta, is it? It's more on the... Interesting how you've done that now. How you made me... It's not quite magenta. Oh, I'm not quite sure. I think we're talking about the colour wheel, aren't we, Abigail? Okay, it's hard to see. I've seen it in the store, but it costs €8 for 2 circles of paper. Yeah, I know, Abigail. I know, but you can spend €8 on paint. I know. I suppose this is for people who don't get colour mixing. I think this is probably very good to give you confidence to mix colours and to think, oh no, if I put that purple with that yellow, I'm going to get that khaki colour. No, I don't want to do that. So you're going to end up not doing it. Do you know what I mean? I think that's probably more the case. But yes, €8, is it really? Okay. All right, back to this. Okay. So yeah, well, you know, there's a lot of talking here. We talk because it's a live stream. I get told, Chrissy, I talk too much. Well, it's a chat. It is a chat. It is an art chat where we talk about all things art and goodness knows what else. Hey? Yep. All right, I think I'm going to go now. Excuse me. Yep. I'm going to go a little bit now on the darker side. I'm going to go from the light. I'm going to go to the dark. And I'm going to use violet and the neutral grey shade, because I don't want to go too dark just yet. but close enough. Gee, I like that. Your collection deserves a colour wheel. Yes, absolutely. There's the violet coming out. I'm giving my chance. It's sort of, this is very sort of medium to dark, and I want to give myself a chance to go darker as well. So, or I could work with dark and then bring up to light, but yeah, just I'm a bit careful with this one. I think I need to be a little bit more careful, making sure that I got some of these values right. Otherwise my hat is not going to look like a chef's hat. It's not, definitely not going to look like a chef's hat. Yeah. Yeah. No, Abigail, you have a wonderful imagination. Yes, and very creative. I like the way you make things. And you've made so many things from scratch. Not scrapbooks, sketchbooks. Okay. Oh, okay. Does anyone know how to get rid of the red heart that keeps covering my live chat? Oh, is that? Oh, okay. I don't have that here, and I'm not quite sure. Lisa says, do you use a special light for working on your art? As I age, I have more trouble with this. Yes, Lisa, I do. I have, right now as we speak, and this is because I'm filming, because I need a lot of light where I am. But apart from, we're talking about lights, in my room or in my art space, I have a lot of lights because I'm like you. I'm like you. First of all, I have in the ceiling, I have got three. Let me just make sure I do this right. I have 3 lights. On top of that, I have a ring light which is just above me, which is perfect for on my work. Then I have, I'm trying not to, if you notice, although you probably you can see some shadows here, but when I've got 2 lights, one on either side, and they're these LED lights. You can actually buy them off eBay. They're quite inexpensive, really. They're not for what they do, and so I've got a lot of light in here. I've got a lot of light in here. So that's the kind of lighting that I have. Plus I'm short-sighted. I need light. Also, the lights that I have here, they're all, is it 5,500 Ks? I'm using daylight lamps as well, which gives me the true colors, because you might have a warm light in your house or over your area, and then you take it outside in the daylight and you go, oh, that's different. Do you know what I mean? So make sure whatever light you're getting, that it's daylight, like daylight lamps. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's overkill because I'm filming. But if I was here on my own, I would probably not have the lights on either side of me, and I'd probably have the ring light. Yeah. 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 Light is really important. Most definite. Light is very, very important. Apart from my kneaded eraser, light, And you know, when my hubby was, because he's given me half of his shed, okay, when I say half of his shed, half of his garage, which is quite blasphemous for a male to do that for his partner or his wife, but nevertheless he gave it to me freely. I didn't even ask for it, okay, for the record, sorry, I did not ask for it. He volunteered it. Because I used to live underneath the staircase like Harry Potter with my art. Truly, there was a little desk, and that's all you need is your little space, right? And I had that for such a long time, and I was battling, because we're talking about light here, so I was battling with light with this one. I was trying very hard with lights and stuff like that. But anyway, I lived under the staircase for a while, and I was battling with light. So I know a lot about it. Okay, you can't get rid of it, but only minimize it. Oh, okay. Well, that's that hard. I don't know. This is new. I didn't know that. Oh yeah, light is really important. When I just I'm thinking of it again, and just, yeah, definite. Okay. All light has a color temperature. Fluoro is green. Oh, yes. Tungsten is amber. Oh, that's right. See, Robin's a photographer. Okay. Robin was a photographer in the Australian Defence, in the Army. Thank you for your service, my darling. Yeah, so when I go back to this, yes, so of course Robin knows a lot about light. Fluoro is green, tungsten is amber, and daylight is blue. Does anyone remember film? You had to buy daylight rated film for your camera. There you go, see? Oh yeah, light is so important. Now, Lisa, you were talking about brushes and... Oh no, who was it talking about brushes? It was Lisa. Was it Lisa? Was it Lisa? Talking about brushes? Anyway. Oh gosh, I've now forgot what I wanted to say. Wow, that just left my head. Oh yeah, brushes. When you're using this way of using pans with the brush, remember it's going to be slow, okay? It's going to be slow. So, and I know that when I do this, when I do projects like this, it's going to take me a long time. But because I like detail, I like to work loose as well, don't get me wrong. I'm always trying different ways to make things more interesting, but in this case I need to be quite tight. So using the brushes with the pans, I feel like I'm painting wet. Do you know what I mean? Only it's dry. So, but I've got to give you a disclaimer on this. The pans, the way that they've been made, they're made for little to no dust, by using all of the soft tool sponges. These are the soft tools, and I use everything, right? I use everything. So these are, when you're purchasing pans, you definitely need to buy these as well, right? But I've developed such a way that I can use anything I want to get to where I need to be. So that has always been with me. But if you use the pans were made specifically for those who, you know, don't want the dust, don't want the mess. This is where the pans come in handy. And yes, sorry, the soft tools. Me using the brush makes things messy, makes things powdery, so I'm doing things, I'm counter doing what they were designed to do. But I love to paint with them, and I love to paint with them like this, so that's why I do this. But I just thought I'd let you know that if you're using bristle brushes, right, expect a bit of dust. But if you're using the sponges, little to no dust. Okay. Oh yes, and Abigail is also a photographer here who knows about light and stuff. I'm just trying to think, and so is Janice. I know Janice, Abigail, and Chandri as well. Chandri as well. I've just got to remember who's into photography. Okay. Robin says, yeah, I would buy slide film and have it developed in C41 chemistry, normal film chemistry, that gives you a cross-process effect. This useless knowledge floating in my head, that's a filter in Photoshop. No, it's not useless. It is good for people who are taking up photography. Oh gosh, I wish I was able to take... You know what? I think photography is, I understand about the point and shoot. But when I'm talking about photography, I'm talking really good photography. Capturing the moment, capturing a story. With one photo you can tell a story. Being able to not only point and shoot, but have in your mind, it's a piece of art. It's art as well. Being able to, set the scene up, and sometimes, of course, you get your fluky shots. I get that. But I would love to be able to, anyway. I have a lot of respect for the photographers being able to get that shot. Rob says, yeah, I always carried 2 camera bodies with me, one with color and one with black and white or specialty film. Wow. I leave the photography to my husband. I couldn't remember all this. I know, this is me. I can't remember the settings. This is right. The settings are something else. Absolutely. You know what? In this cap, there are so many values, it is not funny. It is like the whole spectrum. Except for, and there is a little bit of white, but it's only a white line. It's very technical. This was a very technical project. I feel. I love it when I get challenged. Yes. Challenging piece indeed. Okay, what drives me, okay, let me see. Okay, and oh yeah, Robin says, yeah, and now there is AI and we can sell and we can all stop with everything. We are not needed anymore. Yeah, I know, but no, I know, you know what? No, I don't agree, although this image is AI. But, funny you should say. Okay, what drives me nuts about a lot of photographers now is that they over-process in Photoshop. Yes, they don't have enough knowledge to make it perfect in camera, as I had to in film days. Yes, see, this is what I mean. This is the bit that I mean. Oh yeah, everything gets processed now. Oh heck yeah, everything gets processed. Yeah, nowadays you can take amazing pictures with your phone. Yes, true, true. And Rob says, yeah, makes it hard to paint from references when it's over processed. Yeah, I mean, this is that way. This image is like that. So, but I'm not going to, what I'm trying to say is that I'm not going to be a slave to it. But yes, no, look, I agree. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, totally. Totally. Me, I'm more interested in the effect. I like the effect that it, I like the effects, but yes, well then, yeah, makes it hard to, yeah, yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah. Rob says, yeah, I used to be able to look at the light and say, that's FB at 125. Didn't need a light meter. Lost all that now. Oh, I remember standing for 20 minutes while hubby set up a shot and got everything perfect. Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah. See, that is a true craftsman, isn't it? But still, photographs have to be taken. Do you know what I mean? We're all about the images that we take. It is a different time as well. But you know what? Real photography will always come back, but it'll always be around. They need real photography to do the AI stuff, don't they? But it'll all, I don't, but I understand what you say, Rob, you know. Hopefully that the art of real photography won't be lost. And I do have a problem with the settings. I forget them. As soon as I've understood what that setting is, honestly, it just flies out of my head. Why does it fly out of my head? I don't know, but it just does. Make the hat cloudy. Oh, okay. Okay, Rob says, yeah, I did bold school for a short time. Bold school? You'll have to explain that. She suggested you paint from black and white references so you're not influenced by colour. I wished I still had my film camera. Really regret selling my large format. Oh. Yeah. You know where you would probably find those kind of cameras, Rob? You know those pawn shops? I reckon you would find it in one of those shops. Personally, it's an idea. Or you know, like in Marketplace, or you know, Marketplace, or those kind of places. I reckon if you looked hard enough, you might be able to sell it. Yeah, that's ages, Chrissy. I'm like that with colour mixing. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that's me, Chrissy. Don't know how many times it's been explained to me. Yes. Oh, yeah. And my husband has explained it to me. He's not a photographer, but he gets it. Because his uncle was a photographer, professional photographer, and he taught his nephew, my hubby, and you know, my hubby has just retained it. That information. He doesn't use it, but he remembers. And I go, how did that go again? You know what, and he tried to explain it, and he dumbed it down for me with aperture. Oh gosh. And how you set that with your, how you set the light. And he said it to me this way, and he would, because I kept on forgetting, he says, imagine the iris of your eye, imagine your pupil, okay? When there's too much light, right, your pupil, your pupil, it, it condenses to let, little light in. When it's dark, your pupil, it's trying to let a lot of light in. So your pupil dilates, so it's trying to let light in. So my husband was trying to, why is it I remember that? But he was trying to explain it to me like that. But now, then of course, now you have to relate it to the f-stops, don't you? Now, see, I might be getting this wrong, right? Because I forget it all the time. But anyway, it's like that, okay? It's like that. I struggle. Okay. Rather spend a lot of money on art supplies now. Oh, okay. It flies out of your head because it can be confusing, says Angie. Yeah, that's right. Okay, Abigail says, yeah, I've made a book in memory of my mum. I got pictures of old pictures that my family found in old albums. Photoshop fixed them in seconds. So I'm not complaining. Yeah, I know. See, this is what I mean too, like you've got to, I'm not saying move forward, but just like what you said, Abigail, so technology can be good. Okay. Dave loves photography, but he's really bad at it. Yeah, I was giving him lessons at the start of our relationship. All he remembers from it is depth of field. Yes, well, I know depth of field as well. I remember that. Yeah. Okay. That's got lively depth of field, doesn't it? He says with everything now. Yes. Actually, that's what my hubby says. My hubby's name is Dave also, by the way. He always says depth of field. He's always looking at depth of field in my paintings. It doesn't have depth of field. This has depth of field. This one does. This one doesn't. Yes, sorry. Yeah. A lot of talking, not enough painting. But I'm going very slow as not to make a mistake, and so I've got my creases right. So I'm going slow while I'm doing this, so please bear with me. Okay. Yeah, I'll just use my phone. Yeah. I'm just looking at this from far. When I look to the left, I'm actually looking at what I'm painting, and it gives me distance, so I can gauge, because now that I'm close, I can't really tell until I walk away that I'm on the right track. So when you see me look to the left like that, it means I'm looking at what I'm painting. Okay, that was meant to read lovely, not lively. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm trying to get him to say buku now. That's the new buzzword I hear. Don't think you spelt it right. Yeah, my husband has bought the same. Huh? Lovely. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Okay, my husband has bought the same camera I have. It's been confiscated. Oh dear. So as you can see, the Pastelmat and applying the pastel how I am is actually quite, it's very stubborn at the moment. It's stubborn because I don't have enough layers. Okay, I need to go darker in certain spots. Buku instead of means the same thing. Oh, is that what it is? Gosh, I would never have known that. There you go. Am I pronouncing it right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, is that, bouquet? Oh, bouquet, you're saying bouquet. Oh, okay, I know now what you mean. Is that it? Or bouquet? Yeah, bouquet, yeah. Yeah, oh yeah. Now I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Bouquet, that's right. Oh, however, I think, yeah, however it's spelled. I know what you mean now. That's okay. I got it. I got it. Bouquet. Buku. Oh, dear. You know, seriously, honestly, can I be any more goofy? I should have picked up on that. And see, yes, it was also asked about this paper as well. Like, what is this a specific paper that I use? This is not a specific paper that I use. In fact, this is a pastel paper, non-sanded pastel paper, which I don't, I thought I was going to use, and I don't want to waste it. So the fact that it's got neutral colors helps me with mixing. So this is not, and I've just cut a bit of paper and mixing. So this is not a specific palette you go out and buy. It's something that I've made myself. Okay, so I did get a question last week about it. So I just thought I'd reiterate what that was all about. I just might need a pastel pencil now. I just want to do certain things here. Outline certain things. This is really important for me so I don't miss it. It's okay. You worked it out. Okay, what's sad is that I was at my cousin's house a couple of weeks ago. She had these amazing hand-colored portraits of family from the 30s to the 30s and 40s, and no one wants them. Well, did you take them? Okay, I can't, yeah. I love my old family pictures and cherish the history. Yes, me too. Okay, Baku is the capital of Azerbaijan. Who says you don't learn anything on this channel? Okay, we... Azerbaijan, that's a place. Azerbaijan, yeah, it's a place. And you know how I know that place? Because in Azerbaijan, and hopefully I'm saying it correctly, the Formula One race there, and they race it. Yeah, that's how I know. I should just act as if I know. everything, but I don't. It just so happens that Formula One, which my husband watches and I watch with him from time to time. Oh dear. You know, is that correct for all of those Formula One watchers, if you ever watch Formula One? Yes, bouquet is art in itself. It's lovely to, yeah. It's a country, yeah. Yeah, Azerbaijan. So there you go. Yeah. So what I'm doing here, the reason why I'm doing this with pastel pencil is because I really need to define and make sure that I don't lose my map and my creases, and they're really important for me because I really would like to get this done correctly, or according to the reference, because this is the whole point. The whole point of this, if you can see, of course it's light, getting the right light is really important in this reference, but I also like the creases. They sort of stick out for me. Formula One is all over the world. Absolutely, yeah. I thought I did. I do have my old Pop's crazy inventions. I clearly had PTSD from World War One, and he invented a rocket for kids, and kids or capable women could set off if we're invaded. Wow, the rocket would burn parachutes. Is that right? Of invading armies. Oh. Wow. Okay. Yes, here also F1 fans. I should post my son's drawing of an F1 car. He's done a great job. Oh my gosh. Well, you've got there Abigail, Max Verstappen, Mr. Netherlands himself. Right, and he's going very well, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah. He started when he was really young. Like, I mean, they were all really young, but like being a Formula One driver, I think he was about 17 when I first, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I think cars would be hard. I haven't done one yet, or a building. I'd have to deal with perspective. Oh, can I show you a car that I've done? It's in watercolor as well. Can I show you? Seeing as we're talking about seeing as we're talking about cars, hang on a sec. Well, it just so happens, but it's not a Formula One car, okay? And I think some of you may have already seen this, but that's watercolor. And you'll notice that there are some ridges. This is on hot press, Arch hot press, and I do have a, I remember this, I had wet it, and I've got a special apparatus where I hold the paper down. But yes, that is, we're talking cars, but this is not exactly a Formula One car. But anyway, a car nonetheless. There you go. But oh dear, and that's going back a while, that one. Okay, yeah. So it just so happens that I had it out because I'm trying to, like you, Rob, and like everyone here, I've been trying to sort out my studio or my little art space, and I'm yet to do it. And of course what I'll do is I'll get this brush and I'll just soften my edges for the time being. But this is really important here that I've done that step. I do that a lot, and I build, if I use pastel pencil, I'll build it up and then I'll use a brush to to soften it. But I think, you know, we're off to a good start with this. I think. Okay, I've done a few cars and a scooter for my sons. Oh yeah, wow. Okay. I love oldies. Beautiful. Love that style of cut. Yeah. Yeah, I love the oldies. Yeah, it's really cool, hey. Well, this was a prototype for a character that I'm doing for a project. You know, I paint in my sleep, you know that. Okay, I think if you painted an F1 car, you'd have to be spot on with your color. Oh, totally. Yeah. Oh, look, I don't think I could. It's just too intricate. I'd have to sit there forever just doing a little bit, because you remember all these mechanical bits. Hell yeah. F1 fans would complain if you got it wrong. Oh yes, for sure. Okay. You've done a few cars, Cherry, for your sons. Wow. Robin says, yeah. Okay, I bought color cube set. I'll have to take photos and show everyone on the page. Okay, too hard to explain here. All right. I think we should have a post on FB like a challenge. Make art with an art supply you have, but didn't use it for a while. We keep thinking of what we want, but forget what we have. Let's do that. Robin says, I wake up dreaming about paintings too. Yes. Let's do that. I like that one, Abigail. Okay, I might put a post up. Yeah, I think we should have a post on FB like a challenge. Make art with art supply you have, like, yeah, of course, yeah, but didn't use for a while. We keep thinking of what we want, but forget what we have. I can do that. I can do that. Oh, I'll do that. Yes. Yes, I like that. All right, I'll do that. That's a great idea, except I feel my art supplies get lonely, so I try and rotate through them. Yeah. My art supplies are all under 4 to 5 years old, though. It doesn't matter. Something that you haven't used in a while. Oh, I can do that. I'll do that. And of course, you know. All right, I'll put a post up. I've never been an expert in any of them, so I'm too bipolar with my art supplies. No, I think it's a good idea. I'm gonna put a post up. I like that idea. Well, yes. And sometimes, like, not that I forget, but because you don't use that art supply that you haven't used in a long time, you know, you've got to go back to think about, oh, how do I paint with this again? Oh, it's very good. I like this idea. Way to go. Okay. Oh, okay. I know I'll bust out my oils. Haven't touched them in years. Oh, yes. Okay. Let me see. Marcy says, I was only able to bring a select few of art supplies with me, so that challenge is perfect. Jumpstart me. Yes. Okay, Marcy, go, 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 baby. We can post the art and the forgotten art supply. Yes, yes, I like it. All right, I'll do a post. We like challenges here, don't we? We do all sorts of challenges. Yep. Okay. Will you choose the subject, Chrissy? No, any subject you want. Okay, I'd love to try oils, but the drying time would drive me crazy. And where would I put the paint to dry? Exactly. We inspire each other. Yes, we do, and I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, so, okay. Let's have a look at what I've done so far. Here we go. Well, you know, still needs a lot of work, but I'm really enjoying this. Like, I'm really loving it. I haven't done much, but, you know, we talk and paint and think and do things and stuff like that. So, all right. Well, look, I'm going to leave it at that for today. I will put a post. I love this too. Who needs a hyper political art society when I have this group? Yes, 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 yes. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for keeping me company and keeping us all company together. I'm having an absolute blast with this, even if it's taking me like forever in a day. I'm really enjoying it. Thank you to you for the group painting again. It was very, very nice, and hopefully we can do another one sometime soon, one day again. But I will put that challenge up, okay? I need to go ahead and have breakfast first. I haven't had breakfast yet. But look, all have a lovely weekend. Have a lovely week. Should I not speak to you? And everyone, keep safe. And bye for now, everyone.